Hey, dive bar hunters enthusiasts, right? This is Tony and Kris coming at you with another great episode of the Dive Bar Hunters. Guys, I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and follow, and all that kind of stuff on social media, guys. We do have merch coming out one day soon. Not tomorrow, but one day soon that you guys will be able to grab. But guys, it's been great. The last episode was amazing. We had a lot of fun doing that out in Somerset, Kentucky. We did the establishment called the Cove out in Somerset, Kentucky. One of Chris's favorite places on the whole in the whole wide world.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely. Well, it's right up there with I don't know. Maybe the Chatterbox. It's right up there with the Chatterbox.
Oh no. No, it wasn't that bad. So we
I
won't bring
had
up
to
that
stop and
place again.
think.
I know you're sort of thinking of ones, but the Chatterbox, the Shitterbox, is on its own out there until another one takes its place. And we haven't run to any of them that was that bad whatsoever yet. And we've been to quite a few. Uh, but this week, guys, we're going to take you on our journey to Key West, Florida. And I know some of you guys been to Key West, and it's beautiful there. It's fun. It has everything you need. It was a place that we went to, and we've been there quite a few times. And now, um, going back was so much fun, and having to leave was sad. Sad. I cried. Did I cry? I think I wanted to cry. We were
Yeah,
leaving.
I think we both shed some tears when we were leaving.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
leaving, and it's been a struggle since we've gotten back, actually. We
I
haven't
know.
quite gotten it into gear.
But that's because we've taken a couple trips since then too. So,
That is
hitting out
true.
there a couple trips and different places, and it's so hard getting back in the swing of things after you take some vacations and some
Mm.
trips. Have so much fun, especially when you go to trips that are a lot of fun. And the last few we've taken have been just a blast, and it's we enjoyed them. We enjoyed them, guys. But they say our
We
Key West
did.
trip it started out great. We're gonna give you a little backtrack on what happened and stuff, and then dive into the bars that we're going to review. But first of all, everyone's talking about the TS agents not getting paid, and so it was like long lines everywhere. People got 3-4 hours waiting in lines and stuff. But I'm the type of guy that likes to get there early anyway to the airport. Every time I go, but Kris likes to go. Our flight leaves at 6 o'clock. I'll be there at 5:55. They'll wait on me. That's
It's
Kris.
not quite true, actually. That's not quite true.
Yeah,
But see, I spent several years having TSA pre-check, so
yeah,
I knew they board 30 minutes before it takes off, and it takes me no time to go through the TSA pre-check. So I'm like, as long as we have like an hour and a half, I'm
yeah.
good because I can get through that. I get my seat and I'm good to go. I don't want to sit
Look at
around and I listen, as much as I like to people watch,
yeah.
I don't want to sit in an airport and watch a bunch of people snoozing on their luggage. I don't know. It's not my idea of a good time, but especially when it's like the first flight out in the morning.
Yeah.
I like to leave first early in the morning because we want to be able to enjoy the day, right?
Yeah.
But I don't like getting up at 2:30 in the morning to be there
What are you trying to
before
say? What are you trying
TSA
to say?
opens up.
Well,
I'm trying to say, I'm looking right at you, Big Daddy. I am not trying to say nothing.
I know, but with all the crazy about, I like getting there early anyway to the airport every time I fly before all the challenge with TSA was, and I like to get there early and it just I don't know I get through all the rigmarole and then be able to chill, relax, dink around. But Miss Bougie over here had the pre-flight. Yes, you little people.
Well, and now I have to fly with you, so now I fly commoner because you're not TSA
Commoner.
pre-check.
I know. Like every time I flow, I don't know how many times I said, I'm gonna go do that. Let me go and fill out the paperwork, then go in and get my interview. And I just never did it. I was just like, why? I see you guys in the line next to us, literally, and it's like when you used to be on the planes back in the day, they had the smoking and non-smoking section on the plane. And everybody's in this tube. The smokers are back there. We're coughing back up in the front with the non-smoke. It's crazy. It's the same thing. You stand in the aisle next to him like, hi. Oh my God, you went there 30 seconds before I did. So I was like, I never did it. But anyway, and we got to the airport early. It wasn't 2:30.
Very.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was. But to our surprise, which it was a surprise, we got there early and no one was in the line. People were walking up, and I think we were literally the fourth people through. It was great.
Yeah, because you were
We
throwing
breezed right through.
elbows to the people coming before us.
No, because we were there early, and I was like, "These are my spot." I didn't mean to trip that old lady in her cane. I had to. I had to shoulder bumper. Push kick the kid in the wheelchair. I had to. I'm sorry.
That for the trash can, just to keep an obstacle in between them.
That's right. Did the O.J. Simpson? Some of you young people don't remember O.J., but running through the airport and diving over stuff. Those old commercials. But this was great. We got there early and we breezed right through. Had a great conversation with the TSA agents because I forgot to take my little
You did.
for my reading glasses. I keep my little case, and they're cool little case. You guys ever get to see those? Let me know. You should get them there on Amazon for $20, but they're great little. You just put them in your pocket. They fold all the way into this little case the size of a credit card, or even smaller than a credit card. And I keep that in my pocket. And I completely forgot to take it out. So the guy was frisking me, and we had a great conversation. Oh, this is this. He said, "What's that?" I told him, and he was like, "Hey, man, where you get them?" I'm telling him where I got them from, and I didn't think they'd work because his glasses were part of that thick. So I don't know if they're not knocking them, but it was great. We breezed right through, and we got to sit and chill and people watch, and something we love doing. And I'm sure, hey, don't think we're crazy because we're the only ones that like people watching. I know for a fact everyone out there loves to sit there and watch people. People are amazing. They're funny. They're great.
Gross.
Gross. See, I wasn't gonna say that, but I'll let you say it, which you're not even wrong. They're gross. The nose pickers, and oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Oh, one of the bars we're talking about today, the guy was at the bar with his finger in his nose, knuckle deep. He was in there. I was like, oh my God, why?
And what you have to remember, and for those of you who don't know Tony very well, like his biggest pet peeve is people digging in their nose. Like when we're driving in a car, when we're somewhere, whether the
Oh
grandkids
man.
are sticking their fingers in there, like that's his biggest pet peeve. Like it's so he's
Oh,
militant about it, and
I
so
am, man.
which rightfully so. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not. I'm not all for the nose pickers, but you were
I
like, "Go
know.
wash your hands, go wash your hands." So, yeah,
Yeah,
that is your biggest pet peeve. So,
it is.
yes.
It is,
And
man. I
he
tell you,
was very knuckle deep into his nose at the bar.
and I kept looking back, and it was like a car accident. You can't look away. And I'm like, oh my God,
Right.
get our drinks quick, let's get out of here. And I didn't even want to walk past the guy. You know what I mean? So you may flick a booger on me or
Make
something.
the wrong long way around.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, we had a great time. We got to the airport, did our thing. Had some, like I said, some funny people watching moments. And one was, and it's like this character played from the beginning, and he came back later on at one of the bars we were at. It was great. We were just standing there in line when they call your zone. We were in zone 38, I think it was.
Right?
Yeah, so we're there and we're scooting by the guy. He's, oh, I'm sorry. He said, no, go ahead. I'm waiting on my husband, which we understood. I don't judge anybody. I just thought, and the funny thing about him was he was standing in front of us, and I just, I just pictured I just saw the short booty shorts, the the belly
Yeah,
shirt, the
did.
nails done, the glittery everything, and he turns around, he had the lip gloss and this huge mustache. Man, I was
Bushy mustache.
bushy mustache. And hey, we ain't judging nobody. We don't judge people, but we do mock heavily. But anyway,
Yes. He was
it was
I
pretty.
mean, he was rocking those booty shorts though. I mean,
Hey,
I'm
I ain't
just
mad at you.
saying. Listen, that and the tight tank top, I thought that's an odd combination for a guy. And the big bushy mustache. It was an
I
interesting. I was
know.
like, right?
I know. I know, and I don't know. Because Chris and we cut each other up, as you can tell. We love being around each other, so we have great. We just cut each other up. We're in line, just having a good time, and that just caught our eye. And we're trying not to laugh out loud, but it is what it is. People wear what they want. I ain't mad at you. I don't judge you. But
Hey,
if you're out there, I gotta mock you. Hey, I know people mock me too with my huge old watermelon head. You know what I mean? I know they do. So it doesn't bother me because I know I look great. I'm amazing, but and just watching
even
people is
if you
so
have to
funny.
walk sideways through a door, that's
I
okay.
do, I do, I do.
I
Hey,
know,
you
right?
got all of this. Okay, let me stop. I'm getting goofy. I had a cup of coffee, so and I don't drink coffee much, but I had one coming into this episode, and man, I am
Oh,
vibrating.
gracious. We're in for a ride today, actually, I think.
I know, I know. But we got on the plane and we took off and we're there. You know what? And I tell you what, Kris is a trooper because she hurt her knee. We were sitting in the plane and
Mm,
she was getting up. Someone was getting into the seat next to us, and so she had to get up. We both had to get up and get out of the seat so she can get in. Lady can go in. And you just moved kind of funky, and it twisted your knee, and it was like, man, she
yeah,
hurt her knee real bad. And she was a trooper the whole time, man. She didn't complain. She didn't whine about it. She was there to have fun. She was there and she walked. I think the first day we got to Key West, she walked maybe 20,000 steps on that thing.
we
And I'm like,
did.
man,
Yeah,
you okay? You want to get
we
something? No,
did.
let's keep going. Just go.
Oh,
But anyway, let me back up because I don't want to go too far on this journey. It's so much fun stuff happened. It was just great. When we landed at the airport at Key West, and those who've been to Key West a couple years ago, last time we were there was 2 years ago, right? About a year and a half, 2 years ago.
yes, it was. Yeah, we were there 2 years ago.
And they still had, I know they were building a regular airport, a big one, but I still loved getting off there. You're on the tarp, walking in, walking out of the airplane. And it was like a open air to me. It was like great. I used to love that. This time you get off the plane, you're right into the breezeway and right, like a big airport. And I was kind of disappointed. I told Kris, I was like, no, not my Key West. She's
I
like, calm down.
actually, I know, right? I did. I said, really? I mean, and it did. You're right. It had like a tropical vibe to it because there was literally before like four, I think four gates,
Yeah,
and
before, yeah,
it
it was.
really
Yeah.
was open. It was kind of like it's kind of like that Seinfeld episode when they go to India. That really big, crowded, smoky,
Yeah.
like small little
But it was,
airport.
Key
And
West
that's
wasn't like
exactly what
that.
it used to be. Well, it was like that. It wasn't smoky, but it was like that. But now it is. It's like I think it's got 8 gates, but it is a little bit more modern, and I prefer it.
Yeah,
However,
because you're bougie, you're
I
bougie. I was
am.
like,
You're
oh
right.
my God.
That's exactly right.
Garson, come get my bag. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm looking right at you. You
I
gonna
know.
take that back?
I'm like a vagabond. Let's pack, let's go. Anyway, we got there and we took the cab ride on over to one of our favorite places called the Marker. The Marker Resort. If you guys ever get a chance, though,
Favorite.
go stay at the Marker. I'm giving a shout out to that place. We've stayed there, like I said, what, 4 times or how many times we've been there
Mm-hmm.
together. The Marker's great. It's right there on the water. You can walk to everything. You're close to Duval Street, where all the busy stuff. You can walk everywhere. You don't need a car down there. Of course, you don't need to rent a car. You just go. But the Marker's great. I love going in there
It's
because you go there and they have
gorgeous.
a gorgeous, and it's like an all inclusive resort, but it's not. It's not. But
That would
it
be
has
the
that feel to
ultimate.
it. Yeah, it would have been great if they did because they have that. I love going to their pool bar there, and every time we
Mm-hmm.
get there, we go to the bar. And as Kris loved, the young lady, what was her name?
Uh, Katarina, but I know it's not
Katrina.
like that because she has got the amazing like Russian accent. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna butcher it. So, but yeah, essentially, yeah, that's her name, Katarina. So she's
yeah,
phenomenal because
yeah.
she recognizes
She
us every single
remembered us.
time we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
She's like, "Oh, I remember you. How are you?" Like it doesn't feel like a shtick. It feels like it's legitimate and
Yeah.
sincere that she remembers us.
Yes, and
I'm not
she's
quite
so
sure
sweet.
why that is, but maybe
You drunk
somebody
and falling off the bar stool? No, I'm joking. It never happened.
wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Well, it's great because you get there to the resorts. We've been there so much, and they have we're like VIP. They When you check
Mhm.
in, they gave us 2 free drinks. Yes,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
huge. We're the big dogs.
I think they give that to everybody.
No, no, just us, just us. And we got the $20 credit to use at that same bar. Yes, because we're VIP. We're the VIPs.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. So the Vips went straight on out there and spent it all in one shot.
I know. We dropped our luggage off, went right out to the pool bar. And it's so beautiful in there. I loved it. Hung out there. We had a couple
It
drinks
is.
there, and we don't need to review that place because it's not a dive bar. It's a great place to
Mhm.
go. If you guys get a
It
chance,
really
stay
is.
at the Marker there. We enjoy that place. People remember you. They're really on top of it there. So um, that was great. That was great.
Yeah, they
What
are.
was
They
your favorite
really
part about the Marker?
you know, the pool bar for sure is one of my favorites. But the other thing that I really love about the Marker is every single time we go, I mean, the people at the front desk they're attentive. They remember you. Like every single day they greet you. Hi, Mr. Jones. Do you need anything? Or, you know what I mean? It's just the little things. Like they remember your name. They remember the things that you like. They greet you. They're always
Yeah.
there. They're always, very, very attentive. But and I agree with you. I mean, you literally can go to the old wharf. You can go to the old water and see the boats. So you get to walk everywhere. It's
Yeah.
super convenient. I mean, it really isn't. I mean, the island's not that big. It's 2 miles wide, by 4 miles tall or whatever. Yeah. I think the Marker is probably my favorite place there.
Yeah.
I
It
don't
really
know.
is.
It's just it's comfortable. It's
Yeah.
higher and it's not the party scene, which Duval
Yeah.
Street is a party scene, and you get to go and walk and enjoy and imbibe and all of those things. But you have a beautiful, relaxing uh, place to come back to. I
Yeah.
love the patios in the morning. Me, I like to
Oh, sit there and
wake up
chill.
gently on the patio with my little, beverage of choice and just kind of relax and maybe do a little
Yeah.
people watching. But that's it's the whole thing for me.
Yeah. And it does help with because like I said, Chris is bougie and that's all good. And
Hmm.
it rates up there with your bouginess, right? You're
It
bougie.
does. It
It
does
does. She said,
indeed.
yes. Garson. Garson.
Come on.
Pasha, pasha, pasha.
No.
Yeah. Chop chop. But they're great there. We love it there. The drinks, I tell you, a lot of times you go to some of these bars at a resort area or whatever it is. The drinks are not as I won't say strong. They're not heavy pours or anything, but I'm telling you, they make sure you're having a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they absolutely
Um,
do.
yeah, it was great. So anyway, we took off. We said we're on the hunt now. Let's go find some dive bar. We try to go to places that we've never been to there, and
Right.
it really easy to find. You have the bigger ones there, like the Sloppy Joes.
Mhm.
What was the other ones? I just had a brain fart. Tony's Captains or Captain Tony's place.
Captain
Um,
Tony's, yeah.
yeah, and you see the normal things down as you go
Hmm.
down Duval Street. As you guys been there, if you haven't been there, you go down Duval Street. There's bars just
Everything.
beat bop down the street. Every bar
Yep.
is like so many bars on that strip there. And so we wanted to make sure we go off the beaten path. So we went on a hunt. So we walked down Duval, hit some of those places, just a normal place to walk in, have a
Hmm.
sip, go on about our way. And then we found this one place. Well, Chris did as we're walking by this almost the street looks like an alley. Yeah, we're going down the street and we look down the street because we're crossing the street, of course. So she looks down to the right and she sees this. It looks like a '50s diner sign that's out there. And she's
Hmm.
like, "Hey, there's a bar. Let's go
Yep.
look at it." So we go into it, and I was like, "Oh!" As we walk up to it, I'm like, "Oh, that's not a bar. That's a because I had this menu outside, and the drinks that said on there sound like it was coffees and milkshakes, and that's what I thought it was." And we're like, "Well, we're here. Might as well go in." So as soon as you open the door,
Mhm.
dive bar heaven. Oh my gosh, the
Yes.
outside looks nothing like the inside. It is totally different,
Yep.
and it's really nice. You walk in, and it just takes you back. It's nostalgic. It has
Mhm.
all the things on the walls. It's got. I love to have that set up with all the beer cans that's in behind that casing. That's like that was
They did,
cool.
yeah. All of those
Yeah,
old beer cans, that they had several of those, like, mural kinda things with all of the
yeah,
old style beer cans and the old, kinda retro. Yeah, that was really, really cool, but the whole place was like that. It was all
yeah.
retro and it wasn't just like a '50s bar. Because at first, when we
No,
first got up to it, I thought
excuse
it might be
me.
some kind of '50s, you know,
Yeah,
diner type of thing. That's what it looks like from the outside. But it isn't just '50s. It's like, '80s and '70s. It's just a little bit of compilation of every different genre, but it's all retro. But it has that, you're right, it has that perfect dive bar, low ceiling kind of
yeah.
feel to it.
The darker, what I say, a little darker, but
Right.
it's not like a dark and gloomy. It's just a little darker. To me, that's the setting of a dive bar. And you go there,
Right.
and there are lights everywhere too. There's lights on the ceilings. Like it just it
Mhm.
makes your eyes just go around, want to see everything in this place. Um, But the best part about it, in my opinion, was the wait staff, the waiters, the bartenders. You know, I keep saying waiters, but they're bartenders, but they were bartending and they came out and took care of things out there. But
Mm-hmm.
they were on point. I
Yes,
mean,
they were.
on point, man. You walk in and you know she's right there in your face. And it was only at the time we got there, it was only one lady working, and she's
Right.
working that whole bar. Now I've seen places where there's one bartender and they looked rushed or
Shoveled.
looked like disheveled and just taking forever getting the drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Not this girl. She was on point. She had a smile on
Right.
her face the whole time. What can I get you? What do you need? Oh, gotcha. You know. And Chris,
Yeah.
you went to the bar to get the drinks there,
I
and
did.
she was on
Yeah.
point with you.
Yeah, she was very on point. I mean, she was talking to the other, patrons, and she saw me walk up, and I mean, I didn't stand there very long at all. And she was
Yeah,
like,
you were
"What,
there second.
what do you want?" And she was super quick to, to take my order. She didn't write anything down. She was just really personable, very happy, and just really, really kind. And it was a great place. Yeah, and later, I think, as we stayed there for a little bit longer, you could see the second staff come in, and like they're serving and then they're straightening up as they go. I mean, they really were. Every single one of them were on point.
Yeah,
Every single one of them. All of those girls, and you could tell they tip out because it didn't matter whether somebody was bringing you your food that wasn't your waiter, or
yeah.
something like that. But um I I thought they were amazing. I mean, they knew how to dress, they knew how to get their tips, that's for sure. They had the nice booty sculpting shorts, which, hey, I have no
I don't know what you're
judgment
talking
because,
about. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, I'm not dumb.
I don't know. I was amazed by the
Uh-huh.
ceiling decorations.
Uh-huh. 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 Yeah, you also didn't know the hooker or stripper at the end of the bar that was, shaking her tits your way. That's okay. I got it all.
Well, no, they weren't shaking. She wasn't shaking it my way. She was sitting there, and they were shaking all over the
Uh-huh.
place by themselves.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's-
Mhm. But I mean, in your defense, it was like it had like a bank of tables, and the wall was the booth, like one long, big, long booth. And so we were sitting at one end and she's sitting at the other end with, I don't even know, but she was either she was a stripper or a
she,
hooker, one of the
she
two.
she paid good money for those boobs, I tell you.
She did. Well, she must have, and she was really happy with them because they were out there for everyone. She made sure that she got the attention so that she could, do her little thing.
I think she was between work. She probably was at that
Hmm.
strip bar down the street. Well, I forget what the name is called. Whatever it is on the main street there.
Those
Uh,
ones on Duval strip joints are not. Those are drag queens. This
no,
was
that's
not a
further up
drag
Duval
queen.
Street. The one down further across the street by the other bar. That's a strip joint. I
Oh
think.
yes,
I
I
think.
recall that now. Yeah, allegedly.
Lee. That's right. But man, Mary Ellen's was so good. I mean, we ordered some. We were there for probably we didn't stay that long, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. I don't think we were there an hour.
I don't know, maybe hour and a
Yeah.
half, I thought, but we
Well,
ordered some French fries and
yeah.
just had a great time. We really, I mean,
Hmm.
that was a bar that you could literally sit there all day and just enjoy
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
scenery, the people. I mean, and the way they have the table set up, you could actually, enjoy your neighbor because they're not
Yes.
very
To the way
far
to
from
step on the
you.
table. Yeah.
But it just was really comfortable, and it was a great place. It really, really was.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only
It was really
negative
good.
thing I would have to say would be the bathrooms, but we all have
Oh yeah. Yeah.
established that I
Oh,
have
Miss Peace a
bathroom
lot.
issues.
Princess Peas a lot. Yeah.
Princess pees a
Yeah.
lot, yes. I mean, yeah, that was the only thing for me. I don't like a one-holer that opens to the bar. I need a little
Yeah.
privacy,
Yeah.
so I would rather have a stall. Even if it's just one stall within a single bathroom, I feel a little protected. But they didn't have that.
No, just a toilet. Yeah.
It was a one-holer in a very dark bathroom, and they didn't have a mirror, which I found to be odd. Like
Yeah.
you've got a restroom, you always have a mirror. I don't know about the guys because I've never been in a men's restroom, but the women's restroom, you always have a mirror in front of
Yeah.
the sink. they didn't have that, which I thought that
Yeah.
was a bit odd. However, I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens at that bar, then I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
I
tolerate
went
it.
to the restroom. I went to the restroom, and it was. I think we used it was a what you call it,
Is it
men and
a
women's bathroom.
unisex?
There you
Yeah.
go, unisex bathroom. So I went to the bathroom after you, and it was it's just a toilet there, and yeah, you just use the bathroom. Like I said, guys
Yeah,
don't think about it as much. We just,
I
all
know.
we have to we just shake 3 times and tap, and we're done. We don't have to sit.
Uh-huh.
So we
Yeah.
can. So anyway, the crowd in this bar, Mary Ellen's, we really enjoyed because it was all ages in there. Some
It
young
really was.
people. It was a lot of middle aged people like us,
Hmm.
some older people, and they were
Who
all
you
so
calling
friendly.
middle-aged?
What's that? I'm sorry.
I said, who you calling middle-aged?
That's all me. You're old. You were the old ages.
I'm not old.
I said middle age for me. You are
Uh-huh.
old.
Uh-huh. I don't
All
think
right,
that's
Dusty.
quite correct.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not
but
going to tell your stories, but I am not going to out you like that. But, sir, I think you need to do
anyway,
some math again.
well, you're bad with numbers, so we can't trust your
uh,
number.
that's not true. The facts are the facts. The date
That's
of
right.
birth
I can
is
count.
what is important.
That's right. I count very well. I can count to 21 naked. But anyway, here we
Uh,
go. Anyway, so it's different age groups in there, and everybody was nice. And I think, it's cool. I love a bar that's for everyone's friendly. I don't need everybody to just come up and talk to me, nothing like that. But it's got to have that energy, that vibe. Just everyone's having fun there. Everyone enjoys being there. And this was one of those dive bars, And I think, and also we didn't stay long enough for this, but they were setting up for some kind of trivia. Was it trivia?
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was trivia, something like that.
yeah, I think it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we
everybody's
did
coming up
not
getting those
stay, but
cards and stuff.
hmm
No. So if we would stay for that, I think
um,
that would have been a lot of fun too. But we had to go and hit another bar, So
we did. Yes, it's probably wise like that because I don't
yeah.
know. Trivia to me is not my cup of tea.
Well, it depends on what the trivia is, what the questions are. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's true. That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a
Yeah.
Seinfeld trivia, then we
Oh,
might have it. We're
win
done.
it, win it, win it. Every time she knows Seinfeld. I hope we have some Seinfeld fans out
However,
there, guys.
if it's like a Trivial Pursuit kind of thing where it's all of those different categories, man, my
Yeah.
eyes glaze over and I've lost interest already.
I know. We've had some conversations like that. We're talking. You're like, oh, you were talking?
Well,
All
that's
right.
also true.
All right.
And you're like, never mind.
I
All
know.
right.
She's like, "Oh,
Oh
when did you come
gosh.
in the room?" Anyway,
Oh,
but guys, if you guys like,
guilty as charged.
if there's some Seinfeld fans out there, put your name out there in the comics, and in the comments, and let us know what's your favorite episode. We always go back and forth. What's our favorite episode? And it's just, mine is anything after the third and fourth season. Those are good. The
Hmm.
first 3 or 4 seasons were kind of garbage, but anyway, Seinfeld was great.
That's not
And so
really
is Mary
true, in
Ellen's.
my opinion. Yes. Mary Ellen's was phenomenal. It really was good. It was
Yeah.
probably one of my favorites there.
Yeah, it was one of mine too. And people were so cool. Like I said, when we were leaving the place, we want to turn around and get a picture of the building.
Hmm.
And this guy, they're coming out, and he's older guys. Hey, why don't we take a picture of you guys at the place? And we're like, no, we just want to get this shot. And we explain why we're doing this stuff. And he was like, oh, that's really cool. Okay, have a good day. And it was just so cool for someone that just talked to me. Little things make me excited. It really
Yeah.
does. Little things like that. When people are being nice to each other, people are being just fun. That's exciting for me. That's really
Hmm.
cool. That's really cool. So we left there, and we went on our route down Duval. Went back down to Duval, and we went to a bar that we've been to a couple times during that trip. Just because if you guys know this bar, it's the Whistle Bar. Whistle Bar right there on the corner of Duval and another street. I can forget that street, cross
I
street
don't
too.
know the street crossing. I don't even know. I mean, I feel like it's one of the two main cross streets
Yeah, I
because
think it is.
it's
I think it is.
the place to be, really. I think it's called the
Yeah.
Bull and Whistle Bar, I think. I don't know. I always thought that the first level had one name and then the second level had another name.
Mm.
But when you look it up,
No.
I think it says the Bull and Whistle Bar. I don't know. Listen to you. You're like, no.
I'm just listening to
That's
you
what
ramble
I got.
because you were saying the same thing. We were looking at the place and you couldn't find any other name on the place but the Whistle Bar. I'm gonna let you
No, but
ramble
on the
on.
first level, it does have. It says I think it says the Bull, not on the outside, on the inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you still talking? Were you still rambling? Anywho, it's the Whistle Bar. Everyone knows it as the Whistle Bar, and yes, they do have a third floor that's called the Garden of Eden. So, it
Which
may have,
we found out.
hey, I tell you what, we have all these different discussions, and I'm always right because I think I am. Even most of the time I'm
Hmm.
wrong. But if you guys know the 3 level names of the Whistle Bar, let us know in the comments so I can come on and apologize and admit that I was wrong, which I know I'm right. But anyway,
Okay.
so so we went to the Whistle Bar. We love that little place because Whistle Bar, if you've been there, it's the center of everything. In essence, where they have the second floor, you sit on the balcony and you can people watch up there perfectly. Look over the street and you can watch everything. They have bar stools there. And one thing I do love, a lot of times you have bar stools at places where you're supposed to see out and the railing's too high. So my short self is what's over there, but this one it's perfect. You sit there and see everything. So it's the perfect perch for people watching. So if you ever get a chance, go there, go to the Whistle Bar just to people watch. But
Mm.
anyway, the main floor is open. All the sides are open, so it's open air. Go in there, and it's a fun vibe. There's dance floor there, and they have, you can get food there. I think too. I don't know. I think can you get food there? I don't know. We didn't
Honestly,
order
don't know. I honestly
food.
don't
Yeah,
know because they don't ever give you a menu on the second floor. I'm not even sure if the
the
first
second floor
floor
is just a
does,
bar.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
So we made our way upstairs to the second floor so we can go sit and watch everything. We get
Mhm.
to the first get to the bar there and we ordered some couple beers and so
Captain
as
Booger
the
shows up.
Captain Booger, oh, he was there already. He's got his laptop on the at the bar working. And let me ask this is for the audience. If you guys are nose pickers, do you think no one can see you when you're picking in your nose? That's what
Whether you're
that's
in the car or at work or in a bar.
yeah, and I'm looking down there, and because I like to watch everything. I see everything. Just I always watching my surroundings, blah 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 blah. So I'm looking down there, and as soon as I see it, he is knuckle deep, first knuckle. I thought he lost a ring or something there. He's going for, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me! So I turn back around and wait for the drinks, and Chris saw my face, and she's like, What's wrong with you?" Oh, Captain Booger picker lots down there. So she looked, and she's like, "Oh my God, he's still in
Oh
there."
my God.
I don't think he took a break. He didn't
He
pick
did
and
not.
hey, how you doing? He was just in there working, working. Oh my gosh, he was in his nose, and Chris, what you say? You should go get him a tissue. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to talk to the guy. He may flick a booger my way. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
That's so gross.
I just hate that, man. I hate that. Oh, but anyway, so we get our drinks and we make our wide berth around Captain Pixelot,
Right?
whatever it was, Booger King. So we sat there and we got a chance to watch and people watching. It
Mm.
was just great sitting there. It was great watching people.
Hmm.
Chris, you took off to go to the restroom. And
Yeah,
one of the other bartenders
of
came
course.
over and was talking to me. Found out he was a ex-professional hockey player, Kyle something. I can't remember his last name. But we were comparing injuries from his pinky injury, I'm sure my karate injury. We're going over all these little bruises, our backs, our shoulders, and talking about guy stuff. We're having a great time, and it was
Y'all
really
are a
cool getting a
mess.
chance to talk to him. So if you go to Whistle Bar, go to the second floor. Ask for Kyle. See if Kyle's still working there. And he's a great guy, though. Great time. So, what did you think about the restroom when you went in there?
Restroom is terrible. The restroom is terrible. It's a tiny little, like, there's not enough space to even turn around. There are, I think, a couple stalls, but that bathroom is not. I mean, I didn't have to hover. I mean, at least I didn't have to activate hover mode, but it's just And then it's so
Uh,
far, like there's no towels, and you're walking out with your hands, or like there's no towels. And I'm sorry, once I exited a stall, I'm not going. I don't want to go back into the stall and touch all of the stuff because I've just washed my hands. I don't want to touch
yeah,
the
you
handle.
said
I don't
there
want to
before.
touch the. I don't. I just don't want to do it. So it's just gross to me. Like I feel like it should be a one-way entrance and exit, and I don't know. That's no.
Walk out like a doctor touching the wall.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's
Shut.
exactly right. So, my hands are all wet and there's no towels and ugh, ugh. I just it was not my favorite bathroom of all of all restrooms. So it,
Okay.
it sufficed, but it was not it wasn't Princess Peas a lot of prudes, that's for sure.
All right. Okay, okay, I like it. I like it. You know, after you went, that night. Well, first of all, we finished our little visit there, and we went on about our way. But we came back there, doing some nightlife, and we wanted to see because we went there in the
Mm,
afternoon, wanted to go back during the nightlife, and just see how this place was at night. So we went back up to the second floor, and it was lively, very lively. Sitting on the balcony.
yeah.
Still, what's I think is so cool about the Twisted Bar? There's always a seat. It wraps around
Yeah.
the whole bar kind of thing, the L there, so you can see the street. And it was always a street there. I mean, a seat there. So we did that. And as we were leaving, I went to the restroom, and you're right. The restroom they were small, very small restroom. And,
Mm-hmm.
you walk in, and I did what I normally do in a bathroom: elbows up, touch
Elbows.
everything with the elbow, use my foot to
Mm-hmm.
flush the toilet if it's, all the thing, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Didn't touch much, got to wash your hands and, all that kind of stuff.
It's
What I said last time, you got to
yikes.
touch the
It's
door
not
with
good
the toilet
there.
paper and all that stuff. And then we
No, it's no.
I know, I know. And we were leaving at that time, and we were just about to go downstairs. And we said, you know what? We haven't been on the third floor yet. Let's go up to the third floor because
For
downstairs they have a sign that says clothing optional. And I'm thinking that as you see these things all over the place, that these just little joke things, clothing optional. So we climbed the
Mhm.
stairs up to the third. Kris with her bum knee. She was she was climbing up the stairs, but she did well though. I will give her props for that. The whole trip,
Oh gosh.
she did that. We did rent a golf cart 2 of the days though, because we wanted to
Yes,
explore
we
everywhere else.
did.
That was fun. That was
It
fun
was
because
a
they have these
blast.
little golf carts shooting around town, and that's if you want to travel
Yep.
in there, you don't need to rent a car to get there. You can walk everywhere. But if you want to drive some places, rent one of those little go karts and golf
Yes.
carts, not go karts,
Golf
golf
carts.
carts.
They're
Yeah,
golf carts. I would say, and then rent the electric ones. I'm not an electric
yeah,
vehicle kind of person typically, but we
yeah.
rented the first day we rented that just a traditional golf cart. And it was
Kind of like a
fine,
go
but
kart.
as you're yeah, I know. It's so loud and it's like jerky all over the place, every time you're
Yeah.
trying to like start and stop the thing. So the second day we did one of the electric ones, and I so much better. I mean,
Yeah, it
that
was so much better.
thing was super nice.
Yeah.
Because remember, we literally went all the way up to the very top, the furthest part of Key West, and then found that little shopping center, which, by the way, that deli that we found was
Oh my
amazing.
gosh, that sandwich was amazing. It was
It was
perfect.
amazing. It was banging. It was a pastrami, like, oh, on rye. It was so, so, so good. We wouldn't have
She
been
will
able to
too.
go
She'll
all the
find
way
it.
up there on that first golf cart, right?
That's
Like that
true. It would have
second
taken us.
one was
It would have taken us a while.
it would have, yes. But the second one was super smooth and it was really nice. We went
Yeah.
all the way up there, had that amazing sandwich, and just drove all the way around the island. It was so,
Yeah.
so much fun. I would do that
Yeah.
again in a minute. In fact, the
Yeah.
next time we go back, which might already be booked, we're
I
gonna
know
do
you. In other words, yes, it's on the books.
yeah.
But anyway, we said we're gonna go back, and so we were leaving,
Mm,
and we said we go up to the third floor. We haven't been on the third floor yet.
we
The Garden
haven't.
of Eden, clothing optional. We decided to climb up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, there's some old lady boobs. I'm sorry, she wasn't an old lady. She was an older lady, and I'm like, oh, so it really is a clothing optional up here,
I
and she's
didn't see it. I completely missed it. I completely missed the boobs.
yeah, because her husband was trying to put her shirt back on her because he had put his on and trying to pull her as walking up. I'm like, huh. Okay, topless. Okay, that's nothing.
Yeah,
But as we
yeah, big
came on
deal.
the floor a little bit more, there was a dance floor, and and there's people over there doing their thing, and because as
Young
we walk up
people.
there, young people doing their thing, and they're the ones that should be doing their thing and should be more defrocked or declothed than the ones we saw. Because if you remember the guy from the airport, the mustache glitter booty short guy,
Yeah, he
he
came
was
back on the
he was
I
by himself, dancing all he could, buck
not
ass
a
naked,
stitch of
just
clothes, not a stitch of clothes, not one, not a stitch
swinging
of clothes.
in the wind.
Yes, he was. And in fact, I think you might have sat beside his husband.
Because we see this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, so we have to review this place too. I said, well, let's have a seat because I'm looking all the ones that were dancing, the young crowd, they're dancing and bebopping, having a good time, and I'm thinking,
Hmm.
well, if we see old ladies start taking
Yeah,
top
of
off, we
course.
see a buck ass naked dude over here. They should be undressed. I think, in my humble but accurate opinion, you know.
Uh,
Hey, when I say young, I
well,
mean of
I
age.
will. I they were
Younger than
of age.
us.
Number one, number two. I will say there were a few of them that didn't have their shirts on. However, they were the men, not the girls.
Yeah, they were trying to see the men. They were trying to
They
coax
were
the
trying to
girls out of
coerce
theirs.
the girls to do it. Yes,
They
exactly.
weren't happening.
But
They were just dancing.
they were not. They were
But
smart young ladies.
yeah, smart young ladies, I tell you.
They were.
And the
That
guy,
was
Mister Glitter Lip Gloss Mustache guy, he was having a great time, buck
oof
naked,
by
and I'm
himself.
like, I kept trying to look over the other way, and Chris like, look at that. I'm like, look at what? I already looked over there. I saw what I don't want to see. And she's like, no, across the bar. So there's another
There was
person
another
that
guy. And the sad thing is the people who were naked should not have been naked. Like I don't understand. I mean, there was one old guy, and no offense, God made us all perfect, right? Like, but if you've got an innie and not an outie when it comes to a man, I don't think you should be naked. Well, I was like, huh, yeah, I haven't seen that too many times in my career.
like,
The world is happening there. It's a
oh
mess. I
my
was like,
gosh.
I'm not sure what's happening over there, but you stay over there.
Well, I know. So I finally look over and I see this, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is
Uh,
crazy. Then we
and
saw a
then,
guy. You found the guy across the next to the guy with the with. It's weird. Bottom naked, the top with a shirt on. I'm like, what?
right? I'm like, if
the-
you're okay with having your wang out, and you're okay with having it not only out, but you're out and you're, let's say you're at
Touching
half
yourself.
mast. Yes, had half mast. Why do you have the shirt on still? Like, what is the point of that? Just you might as well just take the shirt off too at that point because we've already seen the most important parts.
The most
I
important
mean,
one.
I just
Oh
don't
my
understand. I
gosh.
never understand it. I still don't understand it. Why are you bashful about your top half, but you're not bashful about the bottom half? I
And he
mean,
should have been. I saw it. He should have been very bashful about that.
wow.
Yeah, it was different. And the DJ, of course, they kept screaming on the microphone, on the speakers, just screaming, "No cameras, no pictures,
Hmm.
no cameras, no pictures." And my first thought was, "Who's taking a picture of this?"
Right? I was gonna say, I don't want a picture of that.
And I
I
think they were
mean,
just trying because all the young people with their cameras taking selfies and
oh,
stuff like that, and I get
yikes,
that.
no. Yeah,
And
you'd
once
get
again,
an
when I say young
inadvertent
people,
wang in a picture.
and when I say young people, I mean people younger than me. You know what I mean? Younger, that's of age and all that kind of stuff that was up there. But that was interesting. So,
That was an
you know,
interesting evening. That was it was a one
yeah,
and done for me, I think. I'm not
yeah, I think so
I'm
too. I'm with you on that. Yeah,
not one of
you know,
those. God, I mean, I'm in healthcare, so body parts are body parts, but
yeah. You go out there save the
man,
world. You
not
don't want
I don't need to see him on my days off, man.
to. But anyway, so we got out of there pretty fast. I think we stayed up there maybe 5 minutes, if that
Oh,
long.
5 minutes too
Yeah,
long.
to see what we were missing. Apparently, we didn't miss much, but the garden music. Hey, if that's your thing, I ain't judging. I am mocking, but
Hey,
I ain't judging. You
it's
go and
kind of like,
enjoy it.
I'm sorry, but
No,
it
go
is
ahead. What do you
good.
say, baby?
Was gonna say it's kind of like when you go to a nude beach, the people that are nude shouldn't be nude, and
Right.
the people that like if it's a clothing optional beach, all of the people that you would prefer to see naked are clothed, and all of the people that you don't want to see, man, you got some.
Oh,
I guess
not too
maybe
much, girl.
I know is it later in life you just don't care if your floppy titties are out and
I
everything's
think that's
gone?
what it is. I think that's what it is. The older you get, you're like, screw it.
Yeah,
You
screw
know,
it.
life is
Maybe
short.
that's what it is. I don't know, but man,
Let it swing.
I'm good, thanks.
Oh my gosh, it was good, guys. But you know what? And that's not one of the places why why we say Key West is our favorite place out there. One of our favorite places to
No,
like to go to. It was just great there. So let's back up a little bit before we go too deep. Chris is already coming unhinged. But anyway, you know, so let's review
it's
these
like a
places.
train wreck.
This is a train wreck today, but hey, it is what it is. But so let's review these places. So what is your review on our sticky mug scale that you would give
Hmm.
Mary Ellen?
I think for me, Mary Ellen's is like 4 sticky mugs. And the
Okay.
only reason it's
Okay.
not a 5 sticky mugs is I didn't see a Randy. But it's a place where I could totally be very comfortable just chilling out for hours, like having
Yeah.
a good time, watching some
Excuse me.
sports, but just watching the people and it's someplace that I could literally stay for hours. In fact, I wanted to go back because I think we found that on
Yeah.
the first day or
Yeah.
the
Probably
first
the
day
first or
we were
second day.
walking.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go back through, the remainder of the week, but we were trying to get all of the dive bars in, and so we didn't ever
Yeah.
make it back, even though I wanted to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But for me, I think they deserve a 4 sticky mug
Okay.
rating.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? On that, I will agree with you. I would agree with you on that. It's a four. I would. It's hard. I think the five, if there was a Randy, yes. So because of the service there, because of everybody there, just
Hmm.
the whole atmosphere, what you're looking for in a bar, in a dive bar,
Hmm.
I would agree. The four sticky mug. What's a four sticky mug? It's a four sticky mug. They've got PBR on tap, and they did have it
They
there.
did. They
And
did.
the jukebox that still plays Leonard Skinner. And it's a place you can stay all the time. So that's our sticky mugs for that one. It's four sticky mugs. I agree with
Yep.
that. The staff, if I could give it higher, if they had a Randy there, I think it would have been fun. Hey, you know who could have been a Randy? Our stripper tits
It's
lady. It could have.
Tits McGitt's over there in the corner.
She would have been it. That would have made it a Randy, right? So no,
That'd be
I'll
a
just give it a four.
Randette.
I'll give it a Randette. A Randette. I'll give it a four. A four push. A four
A
push.
4 push.
You know, it's a great
I
place.
can concede to a 4 push.
So, what would you give their bathroom on the
Oh
what is
man,
it, Princess Pizza Lot scale?
they're not a Princess Pizza lot. It would have been okay. It would have been a Princess Pizza lot had it had stalls and it's a one
Okay.
holder that goes to the bar. So
Yeah.
for me it's a meh, it's not the best, but I'll survive. It's not
Okay.
terrible. I didn't have to activate hover mode, so I mean that's a blessing. So I I
Okay.
take
That's a
my
plus.
wins when I can get them.
Right. And it was clean in there. The bathrooms were clean.
Yes, it
They're
was.
very
It was.
clean. Very clean. So yeah. So
Yeah.
when it comes to the bathrooms review, that's your thing. So as long as it wasn't a rat in the toilet and dirt flying everywhere,
Oh,
I'm cool. But
oh
so
gosh.
I say it was good too. So I'll look with yours. So what did you give it?
Why are rats in toilets? That's what
I
I'm
don't
wondering.
know.
Like, have you ever seen a toilet with a rat in
I have not. I have not. Outside of my horror genre that I love watching the horror movies, I've seen one in those kind of scary movies, rats in my butt, all this
it?
kind of stuff.
Gosh,
So, so we give it a four for Mary Ellen. So,
we
guys,
do.
if you get a chance to go
Four,
Key West, check
four.
out Mary Ellen's right off of Duval Street on one of the side
Hmm.
streets. That's what I tell you. Google it, you'll find it. And you won't be disappointed. It's just a great dive bar. When we go back, hopefully soon, wink, 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 we're gonna hit
Mm-hmm.
that place as many times as we can.
Yes.
Now, as for the whistle bar, what would you give that? The whistle bar
Um,
overall.
for me, overall, including the Eden third floor, to me, it's like a number. It's a 3 sticky mugs. For me, it's a 3 sticky mugs. I mean, it is iconic. That place is iconic, and that's one of the things that everybody knows where the Whistle Bar is, and it is a certified dive bar for sure. Aside
Okay.
from
All right.
aside from
So
the
that's a three.
nakedness,
All right. So you give it a 3 sticky mugs,
I
which
do.
is
I
classified
give it
as
a
a
3.
certified dive bar. They have cheap drinks, weird locals. We found that,
Captain
and a
Booker.
story you would tell them for years, and they have both of those. Oh, I guess all
Oh,
three of those. The drinks were
that
free.
is true.
The drinks were cheap, so I would agree with that. It was a 3. It was a 3. I I would give it. I know it's. Let's say solid 3. I'd say 3.5. The
Or-
half comes from having the seat up there where you can go up there and just watch the city, watch
Yeah,
people watch there down below, and it's high. Is the rails are low enough so you can literally sit there and just
and you can
relax
look at.
and look down
Yeah,
and enjoy everything. So I'll give it
that
a
is true.
3.5, 3.5 sticky mugs. Not, the half was not for Captain Half Mast upstairs on 3, but I would give it a three
It
and a
was.
half.
It's for the wraparound people watching view. I'll give it.
That's it.
I
That's
get
it.
it. I can I
That's
can
it.
get down with that.
All right. So what would you give it for what do you give the bathroom? What's your rating you give the
Oh,
bathroom?
I teeter on whether it is a crime scene or whether it's that I didn't have to hover, so that's the only reason that it goes into for me the meh. I'll survive category. I didn't have to, feel like I couldn't touch, anything. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a crime scene. So for me, it's it wasn't great, but I'll survive.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. And for the bathrooms, that's your thing. Like I said, if it's
I
not
know it
gross
is
in
my
there, it's
thing
it's
for
okay. So
sure.
I gave it the same thing. Whatever it is, it's a
You
bathroom.
didn't
You know what I
care.
mean? I didn't care, but it was small. I would tell you that it was small because I
Yeah.
walked in like this, and it was kind of, shoulder bumping through the little door there. So
Mhm.
it was
Yep,
kind of
it
small.
is.
But guys, but that was our first review for. These are our first reviews for our trip to Key West. We have more to come on that. But guys, it's been
Yes,
a
we
blessing
do.
having you guys listen to our rants and our banter and we just have so much fun doing this, guys. Because
We
travel, we love
do.
to travel, just like everyone else out there. And we're blessed to be able to do the traveling we do, and to review the things that we review. And we appreciate you guys
Mm,
checking us out.
very
Remember,
much.
guys, like, share, find us on all the social media: Instagram, Facebook,
Mhm.
YouTube. Go ahead and like us on all this on Spotify. Also, we're on Spotify as well,
Hey,
and iTunes. So find us out there. Please follow us. Please like and share, and then we'll go from there, guys. But guys, that's been great. And thanks for joining us for our Dive Bar Hunters review. And we will see you when we see you.
bye, y'all.